Hello, ladies and gentlemen, IAR11 here, and we're back with another episode of the FIFA 17 Road to Glory. You can see here to kick things off, as I've mentioned in the past, we are going to sell Daniel Sturridge on. He wasn't necessarily bad with us. You can see his stats there. He wasn't bad during the weekend league, but that 2-star weak foot honestly just isn't quite good enough, doesn't cut it. So we sell him, and we're going to use the profits to go ahead and bring in Anthony Martial. Tony Martial, probably the most overpowered low overall player in this game. We're also going to go ahead and bring in Christian Eriksen as our cam, and we're going to send on Firmino. Firmino wasn't bad either. He was actually pretty good, to be fair. But I think Eriksen definitely has the potential, and he's got a really strong weak foot as well. So I think, we're just looking to improve the team and take that next step up. And I think with Martial and with getting rid of Sturridge and bringing in Eriksen, I think this is a step towards the right direction for this team. And speaking of building the team and improving the team, of course, last night, EA did go ahead. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, so last night was Tuesday night. EA went and they dropped a new Scottish Premier League and a new La Liga Santander SBC with a Suarez card. Now, originally when I first heard that, I was like, screw it, I'm selling, I'll sell what I need to. I'm going to just build towards that. If we can get it done in a couple weeks, we will. I want that Suarez. We'll build the team around him. However, on further inspections, what ruins it, I don't think it's going to be that expensive, probably 300 to 400, maybe 500k at most to do this, which is pretty awesome considering how good the Suarez is. But the issue is, for the Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, maybe it's just those three. Anyway, for those three teams, you need like 86, 87 rated clubs, which is just ridiculous. And I don't have the funds available to be sacrificing 87 and 86 overall players. It's just not going to happen. So what we're going to do instead, where it is Wednesday today, the new team of the week, which isn't officially announced. It's only 12 o'clock as I'm recording this. It's 2 o'clock here when the team of the week is actually released. But from what I've read on Reddit and from what I've been seeing, it looks like this team of the week is going to be stacked. We still have man of the match cards. We still have, I believe, the AFCON cards. And we still have one to watches as well. So what I'm going to do is any SBC that I can afford to do, like we've still got the League and Nation Hybrid to finish. Any of those that we can do, we're going to do today. I'm going to spend however many coins I need to. Because if there was a time where we were going to hit it big and get a great card that's really going to benefit us either through fitting him into the team or through selling and using the coins otherwise, I think now is the time to do it. With that being said, I've kind of started to think of where I want to build this team. We do have Martial now at striker, who's doing a great job. And I brought in Dele Alli in a couple, right before the weekend league at Cam. Dele Alli has probably been the best player on the team. He is absolutely ridiculous. At this point, right now, I'm going to show the stats a couple episodes from now, where I am right now. And Dele Alli is averaging almost a goal contribution a game, whether that be goal or assist, which in my opinion for a Cam who played through the weekend league, that's really good. So I'm kind of wondering whether or not I should look into investing into Dele Alli inform. His 83 rated is only, I think, 40 or 50k, which is pretty good considering how much I get on with his base card. Now the only thing stopping me from doing that, for sure, is the fact that the player of the month for the Premier League comes out on Friday. And I believe the nominees are Alexis Sanchez, Harry Kane, Seamus Coleman, Dele Alli, and there's somebody else who I can't think of off the top of my head. But anyway, a lot of people are speculating that it's going to either be Harry Kane or Dele Alli. Now if it's Harry Kane, I'm not going to be hard-pressed to get Kane. I'll probably try to, but I'm not going to worry about it. But if it's Dele Alli, I don't want to go ahead and buy his inform, because I would rather have the player of the month card, because it's an SBC card. It'll probably be a little bit more expensive, but it'll be higher rated, it just makes sense to do. So you see here, this was back on Monday, I believe, that this episode was recorded, and this is where I really start jumping into some SBCs. Now, again, I did this because there were so many special cards in packs, and to say this paid for itself is an understatement. I probably made 30 to 40k profit off doing these SBCs. My pack luck was absolutely nuts. You'll see in this one here, we don't actually end up getting much. In the first pack, we get a Nacho Monreal, and not a huge not a huge player to pack. We do sell him on, and I think we get and Kudu, who we sell as well. But we get a ton of special cards, and what that has me thinking is that the probability, especially considering like with the League and Nation hybrids, there's some really high end packs. The probability of packing a special card is pretty high, so why not go ahead and try it? Because the other thing, the only other coin investment technique I really buy into is the bronze pack method. And at the moment, the bronze pack method is broken. It is broken. I don't care what anybody says. And the reason why it is broken is because the market has crashed so hard that it's pretty much devalued any fitness cards and any bronze injury cards. So typically when you do the bronze pack method, you can make your money instantly back just by packing either a squad fitness or by packing a injury card. However, because of the market crash, even gold injury and gold squad fitness cards are going for well under 1,000 coins, meaning that your bronze ones are barely even selling at this point. So I don't see it feasible at this point in time to be constantly pursuing the bronze pack method. I've been trying it, and I'm not making enough coins to make it worthwhile, basically. So I think I'm going to pass on it. And what I'm going to look to do instead is invest my coins in these SBCs, because this episode proves, and I think the next episode as well, we do more of them, and it proves that doing these SBCs is probably the most efficient way of generating large sums of coins quickly. Now we do still have our rewards coming in tomorrow for the weekend league, which while aren't huge, are big enough that I'm hoping we can pack something decent enough between this and the SBC and with our coins that we will be able to do whoever the player of the month card is before the weekend. So we will have that card for the weekend league. That would be the ideal scenario. One unfortunate element of this is that because of how big the online FIFA community is and how much they like to speculate and how much they like to really dive into like rumors of who the card might be and how we might have to unlock him, regardless of who it is, it's going to end up being ridiculously expensive to do. EA is really smart with their choosing. Obviously with Zlatan, we had people investing in certain cards, and then you ended up needing a Zlatan to do it. But with a card like Dele Alli, people have pretty much went out and they've bought all the English, the cheap English players. They bought all the cheap MK Dons players. They bought all the cheap Spurs players. Like, it just seems like every base has been covered, to the point that I feel like at least one or two of the challenges might end up being more expensive than they should be. The one, I guess, positive to take out of this is that our last few player of the month is players of the month. Eden Hazard, Diego Costa, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic are all really high rated cards, 88 being the lowest with Diego Costa, and then Hazard being, I think he was a 90 and Zlatan a 92. They were all really high rated cards, really good cards, therefore making them ridiculously expensive. A Dele Alli is probably only going to be 84, maybe 85, so he won't be anywhere near as expensive as somebody like your Hazard or your Costa. So I think that will definitely be a good thing. But again, we're so early on in this, and I still don't have a team good enough that I'm comfortable selling off players just to be able to do an SBC. So the cheaper he is, the better it's going to work out for me in the long run of things. Now, with that being said, looking at the speculation for this team of the week, one thing we're seeing is that it looks like Lukaku and Mertens are once again going to get informs. I think Lukaku is pretty much guaranteed. I don't know what Mertens did. I don't really follow the Serie A, but I know Lukaku picked up, I think 4 goals this weekend past for Everton, so he's definitely going to get another inform. Mertens is going to apparently get another inform. If we were able to pack one of those players, those are the two particular who interest me. I've also heard Mkhitaryan might be getting one who he would interest me. But if we were able to get one of those, they would almost be guaranteed cards we could build a team around. The only thing with Mertens is, obviously we need a Prem team for the, not coming weekend, but the weekend after. So if we got Mertens, it would come down to me deciding, do I want to try to build a hybrid? And this is all speculation. Obviously, chances are we won't pack Mertens. It's just, I like to pretend that we have the chance to. But if there's something that was able to come about, if I was able to pack any decently high rated card at this point, that isn't going to be a Premier League player that we can fit right into the team, I think I would have to sell them. Now, obviously, Martins is an extreme example because he's going to probably go for upwards of 1 million coins. You know, his last inform I think is like 870k. He might even be 1 million coins because of his pace and high shooting rating and dribbling. Like, he's just a really nice card all the way down. So a card like that, or any sort of high rated player that isn't going to fit into this team, I would like to pack because I could sell them and I could use that money to build the team that I want to build. And what I want to do, I've said this before, but I'm not worried about my defense. We've got Bailly in there. We've got Bellerin in there. We've got Moreno in there. I'm not too worried about who I have on defending. There's a ton of Premier League defenders you can get for relatively cheap. I'm not going to go and spend a ton of money on my defense. What I do want to improve to the most of my ability is my midfield and my strikers. Now, I've already mentioned the fact that we are going to go out and we're going to buy Jamie Vardy, which at first I was kind of worried about. I didn't know that he was the right choice necessarily, but he has just absolutely been amazing, honestly, for a lack of more exciting word. The combination of his high work rates with his ridiculous pace has just blown me away. I've tried out his inform on my main account, and I honestly didn't really like him that much. And I think what it might be is on this account, I'm not as spoiled with my options of who to use. So I think right now, my dream combination of strikers, which we're a long ways away from this, but if I could have any striker pairing up front, I would have the orange Heung-min Son, the man of the match card, and then we would have a informed Jamie Vardy, and that would be my striker pairing. Cam, I don't really know where we're going to go. Of course, like I said, we have to wait and see how this player of the month goes, because if it's going to be Dele Alli, he would be the ideal Cam. We would pick him up, and then we would build the team around him. We would just use him as our Cam, and we'd be set. However, if it's somebody like a Harry Kane, I don't know, excuse me, how much I would like a Harry Kane. I see it being right now a toss-up between them. Defenders hardly ever get the player of the month. And Alexis, I think, truth be told, Arsenal just didn't play well enough this month for him to have a real chance. So I think it's narrowed down between them. And yeah, if it's Harry Kane, guys, I liked Harry Kane's first inform, but and what's kind of weird to me is you can go on Foothead right now, or Footbin, or Footwiz, and compare Zlatan Ibrahimovic's base card to Harry Kane's third inform, the 88 overall. The 88 overall Harry Kane kills Zlatan in almost every single category. You put a hunter on him, and there's no reason why he wouldn't, or an engine, something to boost his pace. There's no reason why you wouldn't think he would be a great striker, but I just cannot get on with him. I've tried him multiple times, and I cannot make him work. He's super cheap, so that makes me think there's a lot of people who can't get on with him. With that being said, I did really like his first inform, but I don't know, there's just something. I think Foot Champs is the difference. You just can't use a slow player in Foot Champs. We do win here Division 9, which gets us a boost of coins. We use those coins, we invest them into some SBCs. And honestly, guys, throughout this week, I've just had pack fever with all the special cards. The orange flares, we got the red flares, we've got the informs, we've got the one to watches. There's just so many great cards you could potentially pack here, and I was just opening packs at any opportunity. You see here, we are going to pack an inform. Now, we end up packing over these next couple episodes a ton of special cards. It's a slight spoiler, but we do. We pack a ton of special cards. There's so many in packs that your chances seem so high. But the disappointing part is, and I'm not complaining, I think it's still great that we pack special cards, but most of these special cards we pack actually end up going for discard. So there's certainly a positive in the fact that we're packing informs. More importantly than that, we pack a Manchester United jersey that we can throw right on. I checked the price, but then I said, you know what, no, we need to use the United kit. I need it. So yeah, there's definitely a bright side to the fact that we're making all these coins through packing informs, but there's also the disappointment in the fact that these informs are basically the bottom barrel informs that are going for cheap and that will not fit in our team. We do finish the hybrid leagues here, which gets us 2 prime gold players packs, I believe, which are like 55k packs, I think. So we open up the first one and check this pack out, guys. Oh no, sorry, false warning. It's not this one that's got the pretty flare. This one was actually a pretty below average pack. I think we did get a few sellable players. Maybe we didn't even know. I guess we didn't even get anything really sellable. Troy Deeney does come in handy for an SBC later down the line. And that's basically what we're doing at this point, is storing all these players in the club unless they go for a good price, and then using them down the line to build more SBCs and advance further. With the La Liga SBC out now, we're going to be saving any La Liga card we get. I know they're probably going for a ton of money right now, but I just want to save them because I do eventually want to get that Suarez. He looks like a great card. I like Luis Suarez's base card. I want him in this team. It would be amazing to have. This right here is the pack that got me excited. Look at that, guys. A big flare, a inform flare, and a AFCON team of the tournament player flare. Just a brilliant pack here. Now again, guys, both of our special cards here, both the Russian League AFCON player and the La Liga Santander Inform, both go for discard, which is pretty disappointing. But we also do get an 84 rated player. I think it's Haudez from the Bundesliga, and he goes for 4 or 5k as well. So this is 25 to 30k instantly made back in this pack. Excuse me, which to me personally is incredibly exciting that we're already generating that source of income, and it's got me hyped that if today we can do some more of these SBCs, we can get some more packs, maybe we can generate even more money, and you know, for this weekend league, have a team that I'm a lot more comfortable with playing with, and more let's say, you know, I can up my limit. You know, this was a pretty disappointing weekend league. Maybe we can take it the next step if we can build a little bit higher than that. So you'll see here, I think we list him up for 35 to 4k. Yeah, so like 4,200 we make off him, which as far as I'm concerned is a pretty sweet deal. We also get a player from one of the nations required for the AFCON team of the tournament SBC, and those guys are going for a ton of coins at the moment as well. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching. Go ahead and drop a like down below, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.